Okay, great. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar session. How to go paperless in banking and finance industry. My name is Kevin Devecioğlu. I am the Managing Director of Bimser International. Today, I have my colleagues with me. I have Mavi Khalif from Paperless Solutions. He is a co-owner of Paperless Solutions company. He is with us, and he'll be talking about how to implement paperless office in finance and banking industry at your organization. Also with me today, I have my colleague Sam Watt, our pre-sales software engineer at Bimser International. Today, together, we'll be talking about how you can enjoy the benefits of going digital in finance and banking industry, and how you can be paperless. I'd like to start by introducing our company, first of all, who we are and what we do, and then I'll hand it over to Mavi, and we'll be talking more about banking and financing industry as to how to go paperless and go digital. Our company is Bimser International, and we are an enterprise software maker since 1998. In essence, we help companies adopt digital transformation and help them simplify business processes. We have global presence. While we are based in New York, we also have presence in Europe, in Middle East, and we are active worldwide. We are a solution partner of SAP, Microsoft, Acumatica, and MYOB ERP systems. Also, we are very active in Sage and Oracle ERP systems as well. As a company, we are ISO 9001 certified and ISO 27001 certified. Since 1998, we developed these 4 products. That's our specialty, and our proprietary software products. We have EBA. We'll talk more about EBA today. EBA is our enterprise-level workflow and document management platform. It has a low-code, no-code business process automation capabilities. We have BEAM. BEAM is an enterprise-level asset, maintenance, facility, fleet, and energy management software. QDMS is a software for quality, risk, audit, and compliance management. And finally, we have Ensemble as business process modeling and for performance management, as well as balanced scorecard management. In the bottom, you can also see a contract management application built on EBA platform, and we have a new product called Synergy CSV, which is EBA's true cloud version, and I'll talk more about it in coming minutes of our executive webinar session. Since 1998, we developed many different projects. These numbers also show more or less how many customers we have for each of our products. Right now, we have more than 2,000 customers, and we have more than 2 million professional users using our systems on daily basis. We have many reputable organizations using our systems, our products, our software products, and these well-known brands and companies, they put their trust and their confidence in our company and in our products, and they have been using our systems for many, many years. We are working with 3M, we are working with Ford, Nissan, Bridgestone, Hyundai, Henkel is one of our customers. We are working with United Nations, Unilever, and many other reputable organizations, corporations, and institutions that we have as our reference. So that is, in a nutshell, who we are and what we do as Bimser International, based in New York with global presence. Now I'd like to invite my colleague, Mavi, from Paperless Solutions organization, and he'll be talking about how you can implement a paperless office concept in your organization in the finance and banking industry. Mavi has years of experience in the industry, and we are looking forward to hearing from him and learning from him. Mavi, why don't you share your screen with your presentation so that we can start learning from you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marty Chaloff. I'm with Paperless Solutions, Inc. We're a document management solutions and document conversion company. We started out in 2005 by going into customers' offices and digitizing and scanning their records. We did that because a lot of companies didn't want to send their documents off-site, so we bring our people and equipment on-site to scan your records right then and there. But scanning the records was only half the solution. The other half was getting a way to manage and retrieve that information. So we became a VAR, a value-added reseller, teaming up with companies like Bimser International to provide them with a full solution for document management. So we're going to be talking about document management, part of it being document management in banking. Banking uses a lot of different types of documents, so any documents we talk about are what they'd be using in banks as well. Um, Document management really started back in the early 1900s, where people used to take documents and they'd store them in boxes or drawers, or they put them in envelopes. They put the envelopes in these little cubicles that would be hanging on the wall. And when any time anybody needed information, you pull out an envelope, hoping you found the right envelope, open it up, hoping you'd find what you were looking for was the right information. It was a way of handling information, but it wasn't really secure or very efficient, but it worked. And then around the 70s, 1970s, computers started entering the business world. And when computers came into the business world, a lot of people thought we'd end up with a paperless office. But what happened was that it started to generate about a third more paper than ever before, and there had to be a way to handle it. So what companies started to do was use microfilm, microfiche. They would actually photograph an image on microfilm, which was a very small piece of film, 16 millimeter or 35 millimeter. They create either a reel or a cassette of film, or they put them on microfiche cards, these little cards that you put it in a reader and a reader printer to look at the information. It was a way of saving space. It was a way of retrieving information faster than if it was files, because if the microfilm would be right by your desk and you just pull out the file, you didn't have to go to a file room to find anything. And it also provided an easy way of distributing information and provided security, because you could back up the film and send it off site. So that was the beginning of really document management. But today, really, what is the document management system? It's using a PDF, which is a portable document format, PDF. And you would create a image on your computer, and having an electronic image as compared to a static microfilm image. An electronic image was a way to capture and track and store documents. You could store word processing files, images, any type of information you need. And this allowed for administrators to set limits, permissions, and rules for the files. It meant that not everybody could get into a file. It meant that you needed a password. It allowed creation of workflow. So now you have people be notified that there's a document that has to be handled in a certain manner. Or creation of forms. Instead of going out in the field with paper, you could have people with a tablet or a laptop where they would sign right on the tablet or the laptop, eliminating paper. All this with security. So really, what did you gain? You gained easy retrieval. It was very easy to find the information. You could find the information by searching by a name, a number, a date. You'd never lose a document, because as long as you had one bit of information, you'd find the information. You could create a simple file structure. You could keep everything as you're filing now, maybe in a file folder, where you search within a file folder. In terms of collaboration, what would happen is now you could have somebody come into the system while you're talking. They could look at the same document. Previously, you would have to either either fax a document or mail information before you could talk about it. Now you can just go on a computer and everybody's looking at the same document that you're looking at. The same way we're doing it right now. It created a security system. Not everybody had access to the documents, and I'm going to be getting into a little security in a little bit. And in terms of growth, you'll never buy another file cabinet or another file folder. It just was a easy way to allow you to operate your business more efficiently, saving you office real estate, providing security to your files. The net result being that saving you time, and time is money. So that's what document management is really about. In terms of banking, banking has a lot of regulations and a lot of compliances they have to follow. These are just a few of them. But if you ever are audited, you need to have this information available to protect yourself because it greatly affects your business. Just to give you an idea of the type of documents that the banking industry has to deal with, as compared to a regular business, which may just have invoices, accounts payables, contracts, correspondence, um, or even formulas. There's a lot more documents that are involved with the banking industry. In terms of security, though, if you're going to be a bank, your documents, or any business, needs to be sure their documents are secure. With electronic digital image, you need a security code. Not everybody can get into the computer to see a document unless they have their personal ID number. Right now, if you have a paper file, anybody can go to a file cabinet. But with a digital image, you need an ID number to get into it. And what this is, it's actually a permission-based system. So not only can you get into it, but if you don't have the right authorization, you can't get everything you want out of it. For example, if you're looking at a document, you may not want somebody to see a social security number or an address or an amount, anything like that. So you could have a certain information blocked out so only certain people could see certain information. Certain people can have the ability to read information, while others may have the ability to email or fax a document. Some people are administrators and they have total control of the document. So it's a little bit more secure on who gets to see what. Not only that, but it provides an audit trail. Who went to the document last? When did they go to it? What did they do with it? So now you know when a revision was made and what happened to that document. You could also provide a two-sector form of authentication where you go into the document, and a password is set to your phone before you can actually get into the document. The software can also encrypt the document, so only that software will allow you to read it. And then, of course, there's corporate security, firewalls, antivirus protection, and corporate protocols. So there's a lot of security that you don't have with regular paper documents. So I want to go over a couple of case studies. When we had a small business owner, he had 12 5-drawer file cabinets, which was equivalent to about 200,000 pieces of paper. Every time he got a phone call from a customer, he had to either put the customer on hold or take their phone number and have to call him back later while he went to the file drawer and hope the file wasn't missing or sitting on somebody's desk. And then he'd call the person back. If the person needed to see a document, he would either fax it over to them and then have to call them back hours later, or mail it to them and call them back days later. But with an electronic document management system, you could email the document right then and there, so within 30 seconds, the person on the other side could actually see the document you're talking about. We did a doctor's office. The doctor gave his reception a scanner and said, "Here, scan all our medical records." He figured that in between phone calls, she would be scanning the records. But he didn't realize not only did she answer the phones, but patients came to the office. There was mail to contend with, deliveries to contend with. She was busy that in 2 years' time, she only got to the letter B. So we came in, put it with our own people, and because medical records are a secure record, HIPAA requires that not everybody could go see the records. Our people would scan the records right in this office, never left the office, total security to the files. We did a major retail chain where they had their files in banker boxes. The banker boxes were on shelves, and the shelves were all the way up to the ceiling. And he had to have his employees climb ladders and try to grab these boxes and carry them down a ladder to see what was in these boxes. So there was really a safety issue there. We did a mortgage company. He had off-site facilities. It cost him $1,000 a month for storage off-site. 3 days a week, he would send 2 people to the off-site storage to find the documents. So he lost 2 people for a day and a half. Generally, it was a morning or an afternoon they would go. So 3 times a week for totaling about a day and a half at a time. They were out of the office, and he was costing him $1,000 a month. And then we scanned all those records. He eliminated that cost. and now he's recouped the employee's time. But he also had an active storage room in his office. We scanned those records. He was able to hire 3 more employees without having to find additional expensive office space. And then we did a Suffolk County Fire District, which I find it interesting. Here's a fire department. They had a fire in their building 4 separate times since 1926, losing information. So it gives you an idea of the advantages of having a digital system. It'll save you time, it'll save you space, it's a secure system, and it's a way of saving time and money. So let me go through some final thoughts with you. Going paperless isn't just about scanning paper and saving it. It's using it as an active system to save you time. And the absence of a proper document management system will cost your business time and money because your competition might be doing it. They're becoming more efficient, saving their money. Their bottom line is growing while yours isn't. And going to a paper office is not only good for business, but it's also good for the environment because you're no longer making copies of documents and distributing them. And going paperless is not a sprint. If you decide to go paperless, you do start one application, one department. You get that to go paperless. You do that for a while, get all the kinks out, go to the next application. So it's a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It takes a while to do, but once you do it, and you let your customers and your vendors know that you're going paperless, you'll become more efficient and you'll save time and money. So my recommendation is go paperless and start enjoying all the benefits of going paperless. So thank you and have a great day and save time. Kevin?
Marty, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your presentation. Let me take over the screen and let's continue our executive webinar session. As you have heard from Marty, as we learned from him, there are many different benefits of going paperless and going digital. Some of the concerns actually that we hear in the marketplace about security, Marty also mentioned about how actually going paperless and digital also has actually measures in terms of security as to defending and protecting your data and information. So that was actually very informative. Thank you very much, Marty. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Now, since we laid the foundational information in our executive webinar session, let's talk about in practice how you can actually manage your documents in a digital environment and how you can actually organize your documents digitally and how you can actually manage them, organize them, and protect them in this digital age while you are going paperless, even though when you are working remotely. Having said that, I'd like to invite my colleague, Sam Watt, to our virtual stage, and Sam will be presenting us, actually performing us a demonstration of EBA, our enterprise level workflow and document management platform. And during this demonstration, you'll be able to see how you can actually manage your documents as well as your data digitally on EBA seamlessly. Sam, whenever you are ready, please take over the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Marty. And thank you for joining today's webinar. And today I will demonstrate EBA, our electronic business process automation and document management system. As EBA is a web-based system, so you can connect to EBA through your web browser like Google Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, or Safari on your iOS devices. And this is the home screen after you log into the system. First of all, you can see the home on this home page is all the documents that you have favorite. For example, the applications for your clients, or the statements, or the training materials, and so on. So you don't have to remember the whole path of your document where it is saved. And actually, you can get a quick connection to your document right after you log into the system. And furthermore, EBA also shows you all the pending tasks and also the request for approval on this home screen so that you can get a quick connection from this widget and proceed with your request. EBA is a permission-based system, so not everyone can see everything. They will see what they are supposed to do based on the permission settings. that we have defined. So different users will have different permissions based on their role, position, profession, department, and also group. As I'm now logging in as the admin, so that I have the full control of the system. And typical example to the permission as the items that we can see in the main menu. So these are all the modules EBA has, and thanks to the modular structure, so you can pick and choose the modules that you want to have and deploy on your cloud or on-premise server. So first of all, let us get into the document management module. And if you're in the banking industry, you absolutely enjoy the benefits by using our system. As in this module, you can manage the folder structure as we call it library in EBA, so that you can create different library by locations, by departments, by document types, or by customer names. So once we have our library ready, then you can create different subfolders or upload your document under this library. So right here, I have my own folder, and I'm going to get into this folder and find all the documents that I upload. EBA supports different document type that you upload to the system. For example, the contracts, the statement, the applications, the training materials, and so on, in different formats. They can be as a PDF, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and even video and audio file. They can be opened in the built-in browser of EBA, meaning you don't need any other software or application to read your documents that you upload in this module. And instead, those will be shown in this built-in browser, and you can start reading it right away. For example, this is a PDF file, which I am opening it. And now the system is getting us the document, and you just like reading your document on your local. You can zoom in and zoom out to on your document. And if you notice, there is a find, which is not belongs to the original document. And actually, this is the watermark. So you can put the watermark by using our module. And for example, like confidentials on your contract, those can be managed in this document management module. And also, our system helps you to manage the versioning of your document. And with the permission, we can always get back to the previous version of your document. For example, to the version 0, which is the original document. And it is how it looks like. And if you don't have the permission for getting back to the previous version, the system always shows you the most up-to-date one. And on the top, there are different control icons, like downloading the document, sending it as an attachment in your email, dropping some note for other users. So those are permission-based, and you're more than welcome to use it and enjoy the benefits of EBA. As I mentioned, the permissions a couple times during my demonstration, actually, in order to keep your documents insecure, you can manage and restrict the actions that the users carry out in your system. So we can create different permission settings by coming to this security page and limit the actions that the users can carry out. For example, getting back to the version or the previous version of the document, downloading the document, some action like share as an external link or send as an attachment in our email. So those actions can be limited by setting up these permissioned settings to the user based on their role, position, profession, department, and also group. This is how the system can help to make sure all your documents are insecure in the system. And all the activities that the users carry out in your system or against this document will be recorded in an archive of EBA. So the action type will be recorded with the username and also the date and time. It's helped you to keep tracking all the actions and performance of the users. So this is the audit trail, and you can see what I have done as the administrator. So you can find the username and also the date and time. So suppose we have a contract, and the responsible person, like Sam, has to review this document every 2 weeks. But by coming to this history page, we find Sam didn't log into the system and read this contract for a month. So we can, by checking his performance, then we can contact Sam. Does he has any issue in terms of connecting to the system or reading the document? So we can make sure all our employees are doing his job in our company or in our bank. And in this document management module, there's the search features. So you can search the document by its name. So like we can have our document and we can search it by its document name, like a sample. This is the one that we have. And all the documents that has this particular file name will be shown as a list. So 1 second. So we can go to my folder first. And also there is a search box provided on the top, and you're more than welcome to use it for your quick searching. So these are all the documents that we have in this library. So by its name, we can make a search from the keyword that we enter. And also, the system has search in content, meaning you can search within your document and see if we have this keyword exist in our document. Saying we are searching by the customer name in order to find and record our contract that we have uploaded in the system. So you can use this search feature and enjoy the benefits that's provided by the search engine in this module. And in EBA, we also have the records management module. The main difference between records management module and the document management module is we can set up the retention policy to our library in the records management module. So by coming to this module, and we can select our library, and right here, we can set up the retention policies. Like every 2 years, all the documents that we upload in this library will be deleted, so that we can have these retention policies and manage our documents accordingly. And in EBA, we also have the workflow management module that helps you to digitize your business process. For example, right here in this demo environment, we have an application and help you to manage your legal documents, like your contract, your NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So in all the applications that we digitize in our system, there are 2 sides. One is the form and one is the workflow. As for all the application, there is a unique workflow behind it. And the form design and also the workflow, they are configurable. They are not static. They are not constant in our system, meaning during the implementation, we can update our application based on the actual operation of your bank or your preference. And right here, this is the application, and we can pick and choose the vendor name, which you will see a list of vendor that we have recorded in the system. And we can pick and choose the vendor from the list. And if you notice right here, we are the system helped you to minimize all the typing so that you can enjoy the benefit like minimizing the human error. For example, any typo or mistype or misspelling while they're entering manually. And instead, those can be managed right here. And also, by using this application, we can upload our document as a contract, and then put this into our application. Just like we are reading the document in the document management module, we can also open the attachment that we have uploaded to this application, and the content of it will be shown in this built-in browser so that you can always review what you have attached in your application. And right here, we can add more or different attachments by different category and upload to this application as well. So saying I'm going to upload an image. So those can be done and upload to the system as a JPEG. And the system also allows you to set up an expiration date reminder, meaning by the time it is going to expire, for example, the contract, then the system sends you an email and remind you to renew the contract accordingly with this particular vendor or customer. As I mentioned, all the labels and the form design, they are configurable. And once it is done, then we can send this out, and this form or this request will be sent into the workflow. And once we hit the send button, then you will see it's the flow history page and shows you the status of your request, who you're waiting for, when you send this out, and when the approver received this particular request. As the approver, they can find the request on their home screen after they log into the system, and also they will be notified in their email inbox as well. So this is how the system can help you to digitize your business process. For example, like managing your contract or any applications for the new client. All the records will be saved in an archive of EBA. So in this example, we can find all the contract that is pending for approval. So those records will be shown in a list, and we are more than welcome to open this and see the exact information that we have entered as we are the requester. And also we can find all the expired contracts. Remember, we can set up the expiry date in this application. So once we pass the due date or it is expired, then the system will also put all the records in this list as well. It's come to the end of my demonstration on a high level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Much appreciated. Let me take over the screen and we can continue. As you saw during the demonstration of EBA, you can manage all your documents, all of your actually data that used to be on paper. Now you can manage it digitally on the EBA platform, which is actually, as you saw, very user-friendly, very intuitive, and it has a lot of scale, by the way. It's very capable. So having said that, I'd like to also talk about a little bit about EBA as well. So we have been actually in digital transformation practice for many, many years with our software systems, as I mentioned earlier. So since 1998, we have been doing this. We have a lot of experience. We have thousands of customers and millions of users. So when we actually put together our software systems and make it available for business world, our concept is digital transformation. Now we have actually been always taking this angle, this approach as to developing our systems and making them available. So what is digital transformation? We get a lot of different definitions or explanations for this. So for us, and which is also the best definition that we have found so far, is basically digital transformation is adapting your organization strategy and structure to capture opportunities enabled by technology. And there are benefits of going digital and adapting digital transformation. You can be more competitive in the marketplace. You can reduce operational costs. You can be more productive at your organization with your teams. You can be more efficient. You can increase customer satisfaction. You can increase sales and market share. That's actually where it is going at the end of the day. That is how actually we develop EBA, our electronic enterprise level electronic business automation platform. We've been developing it since 1998, and we have more than 1 million users already available on EBA automation platform. EBA has a very modern architecture as a software, as an enterprise level software. It has connectors and web service APIs in a technical sense. What it means is in practice, our system, our software system, can communicate with other business software systems that you may have at your organization. You may have an IoT device. You may have CRM systems. You may have an ERP system at your organization. We can connect to your systems, and you can have an integrated business management system. So there will be no need for double entry. That is basically the goal of having integrated business environments. And we have that option always on the table for you. EVA has a modular structure. It has a workflow engine, workflow module, document management module, as demonstrated earlier by my colleague. It has capture module, and it has executive dashboard module for managing KPIs and tracking performance at your organization. When we look at the workflow module, it is actually a low-code development platform it has, so that you can actually develop all of your business processes in a digital environment. How do you do that? Well, we have a design studio where you can actually drag and drop and design your forms and design your workflows. What does that mean? Any business process that you have at your organization, it has two parts, two elements. One is a form where you enter data. Typically, you use paper-based forms or spreadsheet-based forms where you actually digitize it on our system called EBA. And you can also design your workflow that's seen on the slide, meaning when you actually enter the data, where does it go? Who approves it? Who reviews it? And how the process is running. That is the workflow. And you design all these digitally on our system. It has a permission-based system, so it has you can offer privileges to your users as for permissions. It has notifications, escalations, as well as reminders to make sure you are running your business processes smoothly. That is actually what it does. There are many different business processes that we have been developing on these workflow modules. Some of them I just make a list of it that you can easily use in banking and finance industry. For example, expense management, vendor approval, supplier approval, customer approval, as well as change management, which is very popular nowadays for continuous improvement and creating corporate memory, train management for HR department and other operational departments, for example, in a digital environment, purchasing management, contract management, as well as sales management and customer feedback and customer complaint management are some of the applications that we have been building on workflow module. Let's remember, there are more than 50,000 business processes running on our platform. That means there are more than 50,000 different business processes running on different customers of ours. And they are actually using our system with the help of the platform. So there are many different business processes that can be digitized, and we have been developing and digitizing on EVA. So we highly recommend you to visit our website to learn more about it. In addition, we have a document management module. My colleague demonstrated actually thoroughly. So on this module, you can manage your documents. As for document concept, our actually scope is a little wide, I must say. So we are not just talking about a PDF file or a Word file. Your documents may be your videos, your audio files, it may be your drawings, and it may be many different files that you can actually store on the module. You can manage it, you can retrieve it, you can offer permissions, privileges to other users for them to see or not to see. Everything is permission-based in our system. Everything is traceable. There is an audit trail, so there is nothing hidden or secret going on the platform. So everything is under control and recorded, which is great for organizations when you're running your operations, especially for finance and banking, where compliance and safety has to be on the highest level in the marketplace. Moving forward, on this module, you can also manage versions of your documents. Sometimes documents evolve, your policies, your procedures, your contracts, and other documents evolve, and that evolution process, you can manage it on the platform in the module, document management module of EBA by versioning. That is actually why we call it version. Version by version, you can keep all of these. You can see the evolution of your documents, your policies, procedures, contracts, and other documents, for example. And all of your documents that you put on the system, you can view them built in. You don't have to download, upload. You don't have to have any other system to just view it. You can view it with the help of the built-in viewer of EBA, which makes things much easier. Great. So, well, so far we talked about how actually you can go paperless at your organization, how you can implement it. So Marty actually shared a lot of valuable information with us, which we much appreciated. And then also we talk about how you can actually use EBA for going paperless as a tool at your organization, because EBA has a lot of scale, right? It's a scalable solution. And you may have 100 users, you may have 1,000 users, you may have thousands of users. EBA is scalable at enterprise level. So in finance and banking industry alone, it is a great solution. We already have customers and also references using our system in finance and banking industry with many, many users, so that you can grow with this application, with this platform. It has a lot of scale, a lot of runway to take off. In other words. And also we show you, we talk about also how we are looking at digital transformation and some other details of EBA Enterprise Content Management Platform on a high level. Now let's talk about some questions that we have been receiving from you. At this moment, also our webinar is live on YouTube, so we also have audience, so we are getting different questions regarding this subject. So let's address some of them. To be conscious of the time, I'd just like to jump into it. So one of the questions, for example, about EBA, I understand some of you are asking about pricing. So you have my email address on the screen. You can send us an email, and then we can talk about pricing in detail. And we can also schedule time, and we can continue this conversation. Please feel free to send us an email. We can talk about all of these details. One other question is about EBA. Does it work on cloud or it works on on-premise servers? Sam, would you like to address this question?
Oh, yes. So as for this question, my answer is both. So it can work on cloud or on-premise server based on your preference. So we will deploy EBA on your server. And also, by the way, one more thing is EBA can work in a separate server of your database. So your database and the application, like at EBA, they can work in different separate server as well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sam. So let's look at other questions that we have been receiving. So one of the questions is about working remotely. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, we have been working remotely at your organization. We have multiple branches. Can we manage our business processes on EBA by using internet? So the answer to that question is yes. EBA is actually a web-based system. So just like my colleague Sam mentioned, we basically install the system on your server or on your cloud environment. As soon as we do it, then you can access it actually with a web browser. Just like connecting another website with your username, password. Of course, the security is there always. But in terms of accessibility, you can access EBA platform. You can manage all your business processes. Also, you can manage your documents, of course, your contracts, your policies, procedures, SOPs, and other documents that you may have at your organization. You can manage them also on EBA digitally. On top of it, you can also manage your business processes, expense management, onboarding, offboarding, purchase requests, purchasing management, as well as sales management operations, vendor onboarding, customer onboarding, vendor due diligence, and other details all can be managed on EBA digitally, which is actually very important for organizations to run these operations. Some of the business processes they are pretty hard to run on email, as we all know it. So yes, we see some examples, companies do it sometimes, but it's really hard to trace. You can save the day, but then you need to go back and see how you were thinking, how you were deciding as to approve or disapprove certain activities. It is very hard to trace on email, or not to mention on paper. So EBA makes things much easier with its audit trail, with its workflow engine, and other capabilities. Do you have any suggestions for companies in banking to start going paperless? Where should we start from? Maybe Marty, you can address this question. Where they should start from.
Say that again, please.
Sure. So organization is in banking industry. So where they should start from when they are going paperless?
Basically, if they're going to go paperless, our recommendation is to take one application. It could be HR, it could be accounts payables, it could be, let me come on camera. It could be accounts payable, it could be HR, it could be any one application. Our recommendation is never to start going paperless throughout the whole business at one time. Take one application, start working with it, making sure that the software, the scanning, everything works the way you want it. Then, as that goes, go to the next application and build on that, and then slowly build it in the company. As I said in my presentation, going paperless is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a one-time, one application at a time, and grow it. So that would be our recommendation on how to do it in any business.
Thank you, Mario. Much appreciated. Great insight. I hope that addresses the question. And again, we have our contact information on the screen. You see our email addresses on the screen, and you can always send us an email. You can schedule time. You can discuss your business requirements, expectations, and challenges, and we'll be happy to listen, and we'll be happy to address your requirements in terms of document management, going paperless, and digitization process. Let me see if we have any other questions. That may be the last question due to our time limitation. Okay, so one of the questions about the mobile application. Sam, would you like to address, do we have mobile application of EBA?
Oh, yes. We do have the mobile application of EBA, so it is available for Android and iOS devices. So you can download it from the App Store or Google Play. And once installed and connected to your EBA, like your URL connection, then you can start using it on your smartphone and also your tablet. And by the way, you will see the same data in your mobile application, because as for the web application and the mobile application, they are going to and coming from the same database. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sam. We get this question pretty often. I mean, nowadays, tablets and smartphones are, I must say, a part of our lives, and it's always in our hand, always with us. So having a mobile application that, just like we have, especially a native mobile application, making it available for Android as well as iPhone, is very practical when you are managing your business processes, documents, and so on. So we have it ready-made, and you can use it when you're using EBA to access your documents and your information, which is very important. We have, I think, one more question. It's about finance and banking. Is this the only industry that we can use EBA? Can we use EBA in other industries as well for going paperless? Maybe I can address this question. So, well, in essence, EBA is vertical free. We have customers actually from many different industries. As you saw during my presentation early on, I shared some of our world-class references, and those brands are actually from different industries: manufacturing, food and beverage, finance and banking too. I believe I shared a couple of our references, insurance, as well as aerospace, pharmaceutical, medical device. In addition to that, there are also service organizations as well that we are working with, and it's basically a vertical free application. So you can always use our EBA platform when you are going paperless, or when you like to manage your business process digitally. So that is the answer. However, today we focus on finance and banking industry as for business practices and going paperless in this industry. I hope that addressed the question. Great. So before we end our session, Marvi, is there anything else that you'd like to share before we end our session?
No, I just want to thank everybody for their time, and that if you do go digital, it's a great way to save time, save money, make your office more efficient. And if you need some software or any suggestions, please give us a call. Our information, I guess, is going to be on our slide. And good luck with anything you do in your business.
Thank you very much, Marvi. Much appreciated. Before we end our session, I'd like to invite you to our coming virtual online summit. That's our annual summit that we actually get together once in a year. So this year we'll do it on March 16 and 17. It will be powered by Zoom Communications, and you can connect to our Eventbrite page to register, and you can join our sessions. We'll be talking about digital transformation and also industry-specific practices. For example, going paperless and adopting digital transformation in banking and finance industry, insurance, manufacturing, chemical, aerospace, automotive, as well as aviation, chemical industry, and there are many other industry-specific sessions will be available for you, so you can pick and choose the one that you are interested. So you are welcome. I hope you can join us and spend some time with us while we are talking about digital transformation and industry-specific practices in the scope of our software systems. Hope you can make it. Moving forward, also we have a system called Synergy Content Services Platform, Synergy CSP. As I mentioned briefly earlier during my presentation, Synergy is the native cloud version of our EBA platform. It is truly cloud, that's multi-tenant, and it has a lot of horsepower under the hood, I must say. It's very modern, and we'll be also presenting this brand new platform during our summit as well on March 16 and March 17 during our sessions. So I hope you can join us. We have a new website, bimserinc.net. We designed it recently. We put a lot of educational and informative information about our software systems as well as our use cases and practices. So feel free to visit our website and learn more about our company and our products and how we can help you. Our YouTube channel is very, very active. We have hundreds of videos available. Some of our videos are about our products. Some of them are about webinars that we have been performing. Also, some of them are really educational webinar recordings that are available on our YouTube channel. So please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. So once you subscribe, you'll be also notified every time we have a new video. And all of our events and our webinar recordings, webinar sessions, some of them are live, just like today's, are available on our Eventbrite page. You can register and you can join us live during our executive webinar sessions. I'd like to thank you for your time and thank you for your interest. We are looking forward to seeing you in our coming webinar session. Thank you and have a nice day.